Yo boys, back with another video. Honestly, I wouldn't even be doing this video if it was if check PvP was working, but I've gotten a lot of messages that my code wasn't working, and I actually tried people that were running this code. I even tried like several people that were running it, and I guess check PvP's code working after 10.5. If you randomly logged on and you noticed your talents switched, or like you had to re-go and redo them, yeah, so Blizzard accidentally either did something, they did something to mess around with something, which means CheckPP is gonna have to go through and, re-update their system. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna go through and tell you guys what to run, all that good stuff. Now, I would just listen, just pause the screen right here, copy my exact build. Now, the one thing I will say to you is if you're facing a double DPS comp, I would play Cheat Death. If you're playing anything else, like versus a healer DPS, or if you're playing with a, solo queue, anything else, I would run Loosen this. But if you're facing like a rogue mage or any double DPS comp, I would instantly run Cheat Death. That's like the only thing you're gonna be switching in here. So other than that, that's basically gonna be saying the exact same. Now for your PvP talents, these two are really never gonna switch. Smoke Bomb's really good for when somebody doesn't have a trinket and you can instantaneously just bomb them and kill them with your one shot. But if you can't disarm something, like if you're facing a warlock or a mage or something in that general idea, or like a hunter that can root you, I'd run a maneuverability. So basically, this allows you to get out of any root, any slows, and you basically are just full throttle. And you usually want to use this on your burst, so when they try to CC you and peel you, you can instantly just get right to the target. But these two are going to be your only two ones you're going to be going for. For your stat priority, you're going to be going with Verse Mastery all the way. Now, honestly, I haven't done any PvP or PvE myself, but I would get as high of item level as you can get for the Signet, and then also I would go get the neck, and you can actually have both of them. At the time, I didn't know you could have both of them on, so you're able to have the Signet and the Elemental Lariat, whatever it's called, Lariat. But you guys should know that my reading level is very bad, so you guys are gonna have to work with me here. I'm gonna call words certain words, and you guys can you're gonna learn my dictionary through we go out through the years, and you will understand how I'm talking. So you want to go get the neck piece and you want to get the ring. Now, what that'll do is you'll be getting insane mastery, even more than what I have, and I am stacking a lot of mastery. So go get the signet ring. Now you can go buy these in the Valdraxis or the Valdragon, whatever it's called. You can go there and you can go and you just need a few items. Now, it's not really needed for the max item level. Like if you're just a full PvPer, I would still get both those items just because, the mastery you get is really crazy. So I would definitely go get that. I also use the badge like 100% of the time. It's just really good whenever you're trying to use your burst. You get that extra stat priority. And then basically for your enchants, like I said, go as much mastery as possible. And if you can't go mastery, go crit. So it's verse, mastery, crit. And then haste, you don't really care about speed. You want speed, but that's like, enchant wise. So for your enchants, you're just gonna go with for my, neck pieces, I just go full mastery verse, and then for my cloak, homebound, basically just copy these waking stats. I go with the speed on my wrist. And you also want to go with the epic version of Drake Breakers. I know if you do some type of quest and stuff, you get like the epic version of these. I honestly need to do that, but I've been lazy when it comes to PvE. So like if you're maxed out, you're going to be pumping because you'll have that much more mastery. But you guys can, and you want tier set. Let's be honest. Having 2 or 4 set right now is just makes you assassination god tier. Like just like let's say Peekaboo in his instance, he has 4 set and he absolutely pumps his everything. It feels like he just does unhealable damage the entire game without even having to deploy the game. But like me, I don't even have 1 set, and the 1 set I tried to get, I accidentally put my belt in, and I can't get. That's why I have a ticket in for. I was like, "Yo, you gonna give me back my token? I accidentally did this." So I mean, now I'm not even gonna have 2 set for next week. So now I gotta wait. I mean, maybe I get lucky in the vault, which hasn't happened yet, but never know. So now I don't even have 1 set. But yeah, that's basically your stat priority. That's all that good stuff. You're just going full mastery, as much mastery as possible for your weapons. You're just going Sophic, and that's basically your stat line. And that's about it. Get all that good stuff. Now the one macro I do have, or actually I have two. So this is all there is to it. This is legit just clicking your death mark and your badge. And the reason I have it clicking my badge first is so I have to hold it down, because if you don't hold it down and you have cast death mark first, you'll click it, it'll cast death mark, and then it won't cast your badge. So it's kind of weird like that. So I usually put this in first, so then it forces my badge to come first and then my death mark, so it doesn't miss out. And then I have my meld, which is like the same thing. It's just a simple macro to where I click it and it puts me back in stealth. So if I just click this, it automatically puts me in stealth. Instead of me just clicking the racial and then clicking stealth, I can just have it in one macro. And I'm going to get that for you right now. So this is just it right here, just cast shadow. That's pretty much the basic. That's the only macros I have. Yes, I don't have a mouse that gives me all them good old-fashioned buttons. So we work with what we got. So that is Assassination. Now, if you guys want to know about add-ons, which I might as well get out of the way now, the add-ons are going to be basically big debuffs. I have capping for like when the eyeballs, or basically it's not that relevant. I'm pretty sure it tells you the eyeball time. I have details up so you can see the damage. I have nameplate cooldowns, which is on top of somebody's nameplates. You see their cooldowns. Omni CD tracks my my party cooldowns. I have Arena updated. I'm copying Exaryu's S Arena, so because Gladius is kind of weird. So as you can see, I'm just copying what Exaryu has. So it's pretty basic. When you go like here and you just go to Exaryu. And pretty much Trophy CD, this just shows you what I click. So like if you're wanting to record a video and you want to look over what you did wrong or what you were clicking, all that good stuff, I have that as well. And I also have at the top here, I have ability team tracker. I don't really have it on usually, but on everyone else I do, so I would just turn that on. I would get this as well. This tracks your teammates. And now for your rotation. So pretty much this is pretty basic. It's simple. I'm just going to go over as quick as possible so you guys can get right into playing the game. So let's say you're facing a healer DPS. All you're going to be doing is you're going to be garroting. Now, like I said, this does 50% more damage. So garrote is basically this is going to allow you to do is in the opener you want to garrote as many times as possible. So you're wanting to garrote, the healer, the DPS, maybe the pet, because you're getting that 50% more damage. So you want this on everything possible. Now, obviously, if it's just like a random pet, you don't really care about it. But like hunters' pets, if you can kill one of those, you're getting pets out of the way. They got a survival hunters need it, BM hunters need it. Don't take your time out too much, but getting off the garrotes on as much people as possible. Now, if you can sap in the beginning, so let's say I can, sap the healer here. All you're gonna be doing is sapping, and then you're gonna open with a garrote. You're gonna mutilate, rupture, echo, mutilate, kidney, shiv, mark for death, a venom, mutilate, venom, hitting those blue circles, mutilate. Instead of doing a mutilate to a venom, you're gonna instantly get up your slice and dice. Now it's always good to get your slice and dice off before you can go, but at the same time, if you can get a sap, then it's at the point to where you need to go as fast as possible. And the reason I wouldn't blind off the sap is because you're not. This is a mini go. Usually, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be bursting in the opener. It's just not going to happen. You want to try to get a cooldown first, and then, use all that burst for when they don't have that many cooldowns for it. So that is basically your basic opener. I'm going to say it one more time. So let's say you don't get the sap. So the last one was when you get the sap. This is basically if you can't get the sap, all you're going to be doing. Now, let's say you're playing with a pre-second fear. So there's basically a generic thing to where if let's say you have blind, but it kind of comes down to the point to where you want to use blind for, a certain point because they're forced to trinket it because you have sap off of it usually. But usually all you're going to be doing, if you can't sap, I would honestly just don't even blind yet. What I would do is I would open first, I would garrote, mutilate, rupture, and then I would do a mutilate, slice and dice, and at that point I echo for the extra combo point, mutilate, blind the healer, Kenny, shiv, a venom, mark for death, a venom, re-garrote because it's fallen off, and then all you're going to be doing is I use this macro here to sap off blinds. So like let's say a second before this is, or maybe like 2 seconds before this is about to be done, make sure you're looking at that blind, and all you're going to be doing is you're going to click your macro. Actually, it didn't even work that time. You click your macro, and sometimes it actually happens like that. If you guys see on my videos, to where sometimes it'll happen like that. I don't know why it does. I think it's because I'm in combat and it's different when you're out of combat. So Make sure you're honestly, I would suggest clicking it twice, and it's kind of weird. It just is. I don't know. There's probably a better macro to this, but if you know something that can just make clicking and it auto does it, but mine's acting up. So let's say 2 seconds before your blind ends, you're going to basically use this instead of using your vanish. You're going to be using this. So you're going to use your Nelf. Now, obviously, if you don't have, if you're not this racial, then you need a Vanish Sap. But it is what it is. That's why I'm playing, Night Elf. So you're going to sap off your blind, and then as soon as the good thing is after you sap here, you're actually getting another chance at Garrote. So you're getting a whole another 50%. So while he gets sapped again, you reopen Garrote, mutilate, rupture, mark for death, Kenny, Shiv again, Echo, and keep pumping them. Mutilate and Echo on them instantaneously. Easy. Purple or blue buttons, whatever. And that's it. That is all you have to do. Like I said, this is an easy build. I don't even know why I still have to. I mean, obviously, nobody really asked for the build anymore, so I'm not going to go that, I'm just trying to get the video done, so you're going to have to bear with me here. So that is basically all you have to do. Now, when you're double bleeding, I mean, I shouldn't even have to say this. If you're double bleeding, keep your Garrote on both targets. So Garrote, Rupture, go to this guy, get it up, get your Rupture up. I'm going to use my good old T. We're going to Rupture, Garrote. That's it. You have all targets bleed, and then after that, you're just keeping up those bleeds. If they're stacking. I wouldn't go out of your way to do it unless somebody uses a big defensive cooldown. So for your burst here, all you're going to be doing is very simple. Same thing, you're going to open with a Garrote. So we're going to get out of combat. And it's the same thing here. So let's say you have blind, because usually you want to say blind for your burst go. So let's say, I mean, you're not going to ever be bursting in the opener, but so let's say you get a re-stealth. Now usually you can run around a corner and get a re, or you can use your Nelf. Like, you don't always have to use this for a sap. You can also use this to, instantly go. So let's say you don't want to use your Vanish and you want to try to save it for your burst. So usually what I'll do, if I know I'm instantly on, let's say my healer's going to CC somebody, I'm just gonna instantly, use my macro, instantly get my Garrote off, and then get my Rupture, and then at that you're a mark for death, Kidney, Shiv, Death Mark, X, Echo, Evenom, Regrow because it's going off, and that is it. That's your non-vanish go right there. And I call X, I'm not saying the full name. You guys already know I can't read that good. I can't, the sound and out don't seem right, so I ain't gonna do it. You gonna call it X, and that's what we gonna call it. So that is their burst go. That's without vanish. Now, on vanish, what I like to do personally is I like to vanish like 3 seconds in the kidney, and the reason I like to do it is because after your vanish, you still have like 2 seconds left to Garrote, and that silences them. So while you're bursting, you'll see on my videos to where, as you can see, let me get my bleeds up again. So get all of our bleeds up. So we're going to go for the kidney here. And you obviously want to use your Thistle Teas whenever you're bursting. And what I'll do is obviously get you full, energy. That's basically what it's for. So got your bleeds up here. And you have kidney up, you shiv. So you're basically, while you're pumping all that damage in, right as like 2 seconds comes in here, vanish, Garrote, silence them. Silence them again. And as you can see, you just spam silence them while your burst is going off. And on top of that, you're getting the crit from the vanish, because you're getting the extra damage from your Garrote. So you're reapplying Garrotes over and over. You're keeping up that 50% damaging on top of your burst. And your X is keeping your bleeds from going, like, it's making them go way faster. So you're getting that 50% Garrote going haywire. And that's pretty much it. That is your burst. I'll make sure I don't miss anything here, because I know you guys are going to comment something, and I'm trying my best to make sure I get it all down for you guys.